Alright. This looks like it's going to be the final battle. I just did the last bond conversations that I had. It wasn't much, which I didn't expect it to be. I've used all of my tokens. Let me take a quick look through my... Everyone should have. Everyone has a bit of a healing item. Let's finish the game.
With honor.
All our lives have led us to all our lives have led to this moment, that we might dispense what justice the gods have afforded us.
Make your peace!
Stand tall. We represent the final chance for this world. Let him test the strength of our bonds.
Chop chop!
Look alive, people. I didn't come all this way just to fail in the final hour. He doesn't stand a chance. He has the blood of thousands on his hands. If he will not yield, we will show no mercy. It's what he deserves.
Come on!
He pushed us together with violence, and now he'll pay the price. Ironic that our collective power will bring his end.
Let go of all fear.
This might be our final fight, but it will not speak for them all. Excuse me. This may be our final fight, but it will not speak for them all. It has been an honor to know each of you.
The gods can't help you now!
We're right behind you, Irving. Every step of the way. It's time we finish this, once and for all. Atlas. Archimenos couldn't stop us, neither could Revenant. You won't be any different.
I won't rejoice in destruction.
You're making a mistake. We don't want to kill you, but we will if you leave us no other choice.
Pathetic.
You offer peace for your own conscience. You know I won't accept. Perhaps I simply think too much of you. Perhaps you think too little.
Strength is the only path to peace.
There will be no peace here today.
No.
No. I will see my ascendants through to the end, and leave this wretched world. I wish to grant you my final respects. Mere months ago, I had thought of it impossible that anyone could interfere with my plans.
So...
You have done so with striking consistency. Among the ineptitude of the mortal race, you are surely the best of your kind. And you, Irving, I thought that you might understand the high call of the powerful to achieve something greater, to transcend this fleeting mortal existence.
I will remember.
I will look fondly upon your memory. How are we gonna do the final battle? We have had some very interesting maps and interesting fights so far. Okay. Ah. Okay. Did I save? I haven't saved in a while, but I mean, it's fine. I haven't really done much.
Benji's always ready.
No. Gotta start spreading people out.
Whatever it takes.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm gonna... Oh, okay, it just targets people. That's not great.
If you're sure.
Ready!
Onward. My turn!
Let's see if I can do this without anyone going down. That's what I would like. Oh, he moves. I didn't realize he moved. Oh, okay, that changes things.
Benji's always ready.
Oh, okay. That's a neat effect. Okay, I'll give you that.
Run like the wind! Onward. Onward. Off you go.
Couldn't quite make it.
Move!
Can't chain him. Okay.
Stop poking me.
I can't CC him.
My shield is yours.
Lead the way.
Okay, you need a bit of healing.
Benji's always ready. Benji brings the heat.
How can I assist?
It's just
At
not
your
long
disposal.
enough. Oh, wait. Cast. Dampen. Cast. Oh, okay. Double movement. Firestorm. I probably should stop that.
Huh? Off you go.
Oh, really? Please, crit. I beg of you. Just gonna go ahead and eat that.
You're just another cur.
A lot of things. Yeah, it's a lot of things.
More work?
It's on.
Okay.
Don't look
Not
at
so
me.
bad.
Here to help.
Who else is there? Okay. Things are fine so far.
Fine by me.
Could have paid a little more attention, but it's alright. Okay, hang on. Okay. Oh, actually, I think I saw it was fine. I don't know why I stopped. 74. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, Firestorm should be gone. Okay. Yes, Wicked Bolt. It looks like whatever this is, I might not be able to stop.
In position. Onward. Whatever you need.
I should probably start sending Maev to here. These guys will make it before Benji,
I'm on
so I
it.
probably shouldn't even worry about sending Benji. I'm gonna... Yeah. These guys should all be fine. Just gonna... turn. Got a very low chance to hit Sia, so just letting Sia just kind of dodge, just basically be a dodge tank. Not a bad idea.
In position.
Bummer. That Alexa there as well.
Benji's always ready.
I'll start providing. Yeah, I should start bringing Sophia back. Anyone else? Right, Sia. Go ahead and end turn here. I don't know why he's so set on Sia. I mean, she is pretty. Don't deny that. But level Sia, she's just gonna be. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be the highest level character I have.
Let's do it. Let me at him!
Nice.
More work?
Whatever you need.
Your end approaches.
Could have used that last time, but it's fine. Let's see. Looks like there's just one left.
Benji's always ready. Smash!
Good bit. Alright, immediately heal Benji.
How can I help?
I'm gonna leave that for now. Okay, good job, Benji.
Please clap.
Start up top. Okay, there was a crit in there. If there's any time to start using
Stop
all your
poking me.
items, it's the final battle, I suppose.
Smash!
What? Oh, right, because I went much further than I did last time.
Out of Benji's way!
I'll catch up later. What'll it be? Lead the way.
Oh, Elias.
I'm on it.
I honestly forgot you were there. Alright. This looks like it'll be the setup I'm gonna use to
My turn!
finish the game.
My
It'll
turn!
be smarter if I go here.
Here goes nothing! Here goes nothing!
A Butter needs to come in here to help me.
I feel stronger. Do I look stronger?
I'm not gonna risk Irving. I'm just gonna
I will.
move him to continue to just
If you're sure.
basically be here for mental support, or, you know,
More work?
be able to switch him out later.
It's on!
Oh, oh, oh!
No. gonna end turn for now. If Benji takes a big hit and then just isn't able to heal back up,
Here goes
then
nothing!
it would just be all for nothing, really. And that's exactly what I mean.
Hey, idiot, you're gonna die.
It's on!
I'm on it.
And that's
Benji
exactly
brings the
why.
heat!
Because if he decided to attack Benji, then Benji would have had a pretty likely chance of going down.
Stay with me! If you're sure.
Yeah, let's not for now.
My turn! Here goes nothing! Please be more careful.
Could actually be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, that's what I would call a bit of a problem.
I will. Brace yourself.
We're good now. Interesting. Why is he not attacking? You don't have a very high chance of hitting me, but if you hit me, you hit me. Okay.
Now, the might of Threlisar!
Benji's always ready.
It's on!
Alright,
I guess. This one's on the house.
Alright. Okay. No crit this time, but it's okay. We should be fine.
Yikes!
Yeah, for what's probably your final level up,
Stop
that was
poking me.
definitely a little,
Hey, idiot, you're gonna die.
underwhelming.
Huh?
Well, it's a good thing I still have a healer ready.
How can I help?
Hey, idiot, you're gonna die.
I think I can be proud of this.
Yeah, you needed to level up like Marin there. You just sort of lean back and avoid that.
Here
That's
goes nothing!
what I'll never know.
couldn't have done it without you, Butter.
That was much better.
Ready.
The fact that he does literally your HP and damage is just so depressing. Alright. How much are you gonna do? I want Benji to get the final hit. There's no way you're gonna... There's no possible way you can kill him.
Destiny does not falter.
Oh yeah, I guess I can't imagine cruel efficiency
Bottoms up.
activating just from the fact that, I mean, he has hundreds of HP left. It's 224. You would have to crit twice. I'm gonna...
Huh?
And once more.
Here goes nothing.
Alright, Benji. Are you ready for this?
Whatever it takes.
Should I go for story? You can't even kill. Alright, go for it, Benji. Unfortunate. Benji's final attack of the game. Doesn't even...
The best just keeps getting better.
And that was an absolutely amazing level up,
Did you
Benji.
see that, Butter?
I didn't see what was all the, Really? Okay. Still absolutely insane, though. Like, Oh yeah, the crystals, I guess. Now it is clear. The end fate prepared for me. No. This is the end you chose.
No.
To know such power through no effort of my own. No, Irving. The choice was never mine to make. Maybe not, but your misery doesn't give you the right to gamble with 100,000 lives. So you say, luckily for you, it seems your word will be the last.
We've done it.
Terra will be better for it. You'd best hope you're right.
Goodbye.
Now, unless you wish to share my fate, I am not so petty as to thrust it upon you. The world may come to need your strength. Perhaps you really have brought terror from the brink. I pray you never know for certain.
So,
So, my destination is unchanged.
I am ready.
I am ready. Stralis. The log. Gosh damn. Oh, in total. Alden and Benji right up top. Oh no, Alden, why? No, Alden! You were the chosen one! Irving, Bianca, wow. Close. Healing, Marin. Jeez. The fact that I got... Oh my gosh. Kills, Alden. Really? Really? With how much damage Benji dealt, he didn't even get the most kills? Alden I can get. It's Alden, Crits, Sia, Benji, Sophia, Alden. Dodges, Sia. Distance traveled, I mean, I guess it's kind of skewed, just because, you know, obviously the units you're gonna have towards the start are gonna travel more. Who dealt the least damage? There's someone with a 0. Oh no! Helena! No! Wait, really? No, that can't be right. Hang on, which Helena's the like one like the tank, right? The priest girl? Not the priest. Yeah, that can't be right. That absolutely can't be right. I have used her a few times. She would have taken damage. I know she's taken damage. That can't be right. Well, that's that doesn't look right. The astral planes and mortal realm have once again diverged. It has been 36 hours since Imperium's defeat. We've called a meeting of the Delian noble houses. My father is backing it, as are most who opposed Varric's methods. It is scheduled to happen a month from today. Many had fled during the recent months to wait out the revolution in safer areas.
Of course.
I suppose there's no surprise in that. New Lias is nice around this time of year, I hear. I've regained control of House Valmiran. Monroe and I will be meeting with our advisors on how to proceed.
No time to waste!
Delia can't wait for a month to begin healing. Why should commoners suffer while the bureaucracy deliberates?
Naturally.
They won't. Lincoln, we'd like for you to assume Sterling's former role as commander of Delia.
With honor.
would be honored. I would be honored, Sloane. And I am honored that you would want that after all we've been through. We also know that we'll need advisors who represent more than our own interests, and we need to begin rebuilding the kingdom. I could think of no one better suited to be Delia's quartermaster than you, Alexa. About time someone had a good idea. Yours was a good idea too, Lincoln. Sorry. So you accept?
I've got it!
Of course I accept. Who else would keep your greedy rump in check? A great many, I expect. We also have a role for you, Ren. You're planning on sticking around. Oh?
Guess I'll state the obvious.
There are going to be hundreds of Delian nobles swarming the palace a month from now, and we have no idea where their loyalties lie. I was hoping you would be interested in helping us keep tabs on things. I see. If I am understanding, I have a month to consider, yes? 2 weeks. Got groundwork to lay. I will think on it. I think rebuilding the kingdom is the right move. You know you have my support. The question remains whether we have your uncle's support.
It's simply politics.
We're planning on leaving immediately to meet with him. When he hears the full story, he'll understand. You have my word the war will be ended. He never wanted this war. We'll be happy to see its end. I believe we'll be able to rebuild the friendship our kingdoms once shared. All I need is time. Orima, I trust you will come with us to Oasis. You deserve no less than a full pardon.
Things change.
I am unsure if I wish to live in Oasis again. You don't need to live there, but you should at least allow us to do right by you. Your legacy in Oasis deserves to be known. I will join you, at least for a time. Thank you, Princess. I hate to break up the party, but we should make preparations. War isn't good for safety on the road, and we have a lot of ground to cover. Of course, where Valmiran and Valburen hold sway, you will always have a place. We will talk soon, be sure. I'm sure. Be safe. Thank you both. Corvin, are you sure you don't want to reconsider coming with us? I'm sure whatever happens with Darius will be historic.
I'm sure of it.
I'm quite sure. I don't know where I need to be right now, but it isn't an oasis. I'll write you all. I will write you all, of course. I expect no less. Goodbye, friends. You won't be sticking around, will you?
Not quite.
No. I'm going to Chelabons with Liberty and Vesta. I think you should speak with Iris. I suspect she'll want to join you. I'll see her out before we leave. Thank you. I'll consider it a personal favor. You're always welcome here, Stilendrin. We'll miss you. All of you.
Pace yourself.
Good luck here. You may find rebuilding Delia more difficult than stopping its destruction. I pray that isn't the case. We'll be in touch. You know, Garrick, when I used to tell you that you'd make a great dwarf, I was mostly joking. You'd best stay out of trouble in Everheart.
Right.
I will. Benton's best... excuse me. I will. Benton's been teaching me all about their customs, making sure I know how to be respectful. Worst case, I got Marin along to keep me in check.
This is fun!
And me keeping you from getting boring. Funny how I'm not the one that needs babysitting anymore. You never were, Alden. It was always Garrick. We'll miss you, Irving. I'll miss you all terribly. But we'll see each other soon, I'm sure. I'll make the trip if you don't.
I'm with you.
Don't worry. I'll hold him to it. Iris, too. Maybe we'll take different ships next time. Rose, Benji, I pray Red Hill sees a speedy recovery. Thank you again for all you did to help us. Make sure you're recognized as the heroes you are. You don't even need to say it.
Benji!
You bet, Irving. They'll sing of Benji far and wide. Of all of us, I mean. Benji, you're the MVP, if you ask me. I pray your voyage is less eventful than our last. You'll need your strength. There's plenty of work left to do. That there is. Don't be strangers.
You're really something.
Hang on. Wouldn't dream of it, buddy. Sorry about that. Thought I heard someone coming. I'm glad you decided to come with us, Iris. You too, Elias. I think there's a place for me in the Order. For all of us. It hurts to leave the others behind. But this feels right. Elias and I have never felt welcomed in Etlin. Maybe in Varroa we can change that.
The Eternals.
The Order will take you. Or I'll have Alistair's head.
No kidding.
Let's keep the talking of heads to a minimum for a while, eh? I couldn't agree more. It appears we're ready to depart. Now, was someone coming? Alright, anyways. Don't need to cut anything out there. I couldn't agree more. It appears we're ready to depart. Thanks to one unscrupulous smuggler with a heart of gold.
Whoa there!
Unscrupulous? I'll scroop your louses just fine, thank you very much. Looks like Sarah wasn't lying. People kept old Humpback in tip-top shape. We're ready to sail whenever her holiness commands.
Brilliant.
Well, no use mucking about Swift Harbor then, is there? I'm eager to report to the council. I think it would be best for us all to convene with my father first. There may be information we don't want spreading.
That's correct.
Of course, of course. Father, faster to Alistair. Faster to a good bath drawn in my own house in Threlisar. You should really try to relax while we travel, Irving. You may regret not doing so when you never get another chance. I expect I'll live to regret a great deal of things, Aunt Liberty. And what a wondrous thing that is. Definitely a step up from world-spanning annihilation. What a wondrous thing indeed. Sublime. My son will arrive any day with enough aspects to level a continent, only to find us all locked in endless deliberation.
What?
We can't make a decision before we get the full story. You and I both know that's not what this is about. Some of our colleagues seem to have forgotten it's action that solves problems, not words. And we had problems enough without the largest consolidation of aspects since the calamity plopping into our laps. We don't have nearly the numbers we need to do much of anything. We could return to hiding.
No.
No. Those days are far behind us now. Gods, let's hope I still remember the words of the rite of initiation. Do me a favor, would you? And fetch me a copy of our charter from the archives. We're going to need all the help we can get. Oh. Just cuts to credits. This is nice though. I like this art that we have here. The Benji, Sovia, Rose, and Elias just all chatting. I love Alden there, with just all the big buff-ass men that we got. And then Foss just on his own. So... can I say that I didn't enjoy this game? No. This game was very much enjoyable. I had fun with it. I'm not gonna deny that. There are a lot of problems with it, though. I don't think a lot of the music is that interesting. I think that we hear basically most of the music by the time you get to, like, the quarter mark of the game, at least if I remember correctly. And besides, like, the one track at the end, like, towards the last, like, 3 or 4 levels, chapters, whatever you want to call them, I just didn't enjoy much of the music. I mean, it was fine. It just wasn't anything that made me, like... no, I didn't think any of it was that interesting. The bugs were really annoying. I'm sure that we've seen plenty of them. There was that one in chapter... was it... I don't remember if it was chapter 6 or chapter 9. It was the level where we got Benji. I remember that. And I ran into some sort of bug while surrounding an enemy where I tried to chain the enemy, and it actually chained Sia, who was standing to the left. And then I tried to disarm with Sia, and it disarmed herself. That was annoying. Plus, all of the countless times where I placed a character down, like, had them finish, and then it shifted them, like, once to one side or the other, or I had times where allies would just be inside walls or would be stuck inside of another ally. Like, countless ones like that. There were a lot of times where the wrong voice clip would play. I know a few at the end when I would heal with one person and Faust would pipe up. Like, I didn't have much trouble with any of the menus or anything, at least that I can remember. Several times of just... I would want to see the battle, or the battle forecast, whatever it's called, and it would just skip straight to the battle instead of letting me seeing it. There were plenty of times where that absolutely screwed me over. More towards the beginning than towards the end, but still. Anything else I can think of? That's for the most part all of. I thankfully did. I've read stories about people running into bugs with battle saves where it wouldn't save it, or doing something which would corrupt their save file, which would make them need to restart. That would have absolutely infuriated me. Thankfully, I didn't run into anything like that. And yes, towards the end, there were a few units that I had that were just frustratingly unusable. Like, Iris, I started complaining at it in the last couple of battles. Like, she would never crit. Like, she had a 60% chance to crit and would basically never crit. She couldn't take a hit. She... She couldn't hit was one of the big things. That I just was never able... It might be because because I did read something about this where towards the end, if you don't have a decently high dex, you're absolutely screwed. And I feel like I honestly was kind of feeling that. Like, as I was saying with Iris, it was really hard for her to hit anything. Benji was fine just because of all of his stats being fairly decent. Alden was absolutely a monster. But then, like, Sia was okay with hitting. Irving was only alright with hitting some things. Like, if it wasn't one of my units that were, like, say, Maiev or, like, Benji or Alden, or, heck, like, there was just some times where my average to hit with most of my units was like 60 to 70%. Sometimes with just how percentage chances are, I just wouldn't be able to get a hit with them, and would absolutely screw me over in a lot of times. Towards the end, like, all those enemies just had an absolute absurd amount of health. And the fact that crits are so easy just because... I don't know. I liked the aspects, though. The aspects were pretty neat. I know I'm kind of just jumping between points here. The aspects were pretty neat. Just, like, a real... Like, the aspect... I don't remember which one it was called, but the aspect that I gave Benji made him absolutely broken. It gave him a pretty decent chance to hit. Excuse me, not a pretty good chance to hit. It gave him like a 40-some chance to crit, but made him hit like an absolute truck, which if that chance to crit went off, he was one-shotting, like, just about everything. But a lot of them, I just don't know, like, a lot of them are just very situational. I know that I can switch them out if I can see that, like, oh, there's a lot of, like, magic users, but, like, you know, there's a lot of them that's like, oh, you know, you take 40% less damage from lightning. Okay, well, that's maybe, like, 2 enemies on, like, the next to last map. Okay. And, like, the final boss, like, that... I could have used some of them, but then it's like, okay, well, what if I give them... I don't know, one that gives me 40% more... take 40% less damage from fire. Okay, well, what if he decides to use Astral, you know, Annihilation? What if he decides to use one of his lightning moves? Like, those I just didn't like that much. The amount of Joshes that just scrolled by, I'm glad that I noticed that. And then, I just don't know enough about the technicalities, but there was just some of them that just didn't feel like they're that useful. Like, if you're a tank, you're probably going to want roughly equal, you know, defense and fortitude. But just swapping them means that, you know, if, like, it could make it so that you have more units that, I don't know, it just, some of them just didn't seem that useful. A lot of the first ones that I got were pretty nice. Swapping stats, like, I could definitely see some very interesting cases of that being useful. Which ones? I'm not exactly sure. Again, like the crit and power for Benji, that was absolutely broken. The power and true speed, I tried that, but that didn't end up doing anything for me. But I probably just used that on the wrong unit. The draining your magic to beef up your defenses, that's very useful for anyone who's just like a pure tank and not using magic. Like, who was it? Vesta? I think it was Vesta. Like, that absolutely made her an absolute unit to try to break through, which was very useful in a lot of cases. I'm not really saying anything for or against, like, the class system. It's interesting the fact that everyone basically starts as a specific class, and then you just have a... I say a bunch, but it's, you know, it's 4, which is a nice amount. I think it's definitely interesting. I'm just, in general, a sucker for class-based systems, so... I don't know, I definitely enjoyed just the idea of it. I would need to read into how a lot of things work. That's okay. Actually, here's one of the things that I kind of have complaints about with it. It's not really anything with the class system in general. It's just one specific case. So, Elias, you know, I went... don't remember the tier 2, but the tier 3 I think is the Windrunner. The tier 1, or the tier 2, is basically just... you have a X chance to hit an extra time, I believe. And then your other ability is you have a 30% chance to deal extra damage. I think it's 30% chance to deal 50% extra damage. And then when you get to the tier 3, you think, oh, what really neat and interesting abilities you have. Because, you know, for the mental one, the Astral something... Astral Seeker, I think. You know, you have, oh, you have a set chance to... ignore some of their defenses and heal, as well as being able to use both physical and magic. And then the lightning and fire one I don't remember offhand. Like, you know, that Astral Seeker is pretty interesting. And then you get to the Windrunner, and it's just 2 abilities that each have a 30% chance to deal 50% extra damage. Is it good? Yes, it is good. Is it interesting? Hell no. It is... that is so boring. Did it make Elias deal a ridiculous amount of damage? Abso-freaking-lutely. Like, he... I don't remember where he was on the chart at the end, but... oh my goodness, he dealt an absolute ridiculous amount of damage at sometimes. Like, I don't remember the chances. Like, I don't remember what... because I looked it up. I don't remember what the chance would be for 3 separate 30% chances to hit. But if they all hit, like... goodness, he was dealing so much freaking damage. But I just didn't like how it was just so uninteresting. It's like, you got a lot of really interesting... and I don't regret how Alden ended up, but if I were to go by the idea of, like, just going all in on Dex, I feel like I I would see about maybe making Alden. There's a lot of things I would change. I think I like how I went with Bianca. That's the weird thing with the um what are they called? Bianca, Iris, Elias, and I don't freaking remember his name. The guy who was with Maya. With like the, elemental abilities and such. They're weird because I don't think all of their stats are intentionally like somewhat even. Like all of their growths, I mean, are all most of them were specifically set to be somewhat even just because I feel like you're encouraged to go into any of the four. So, you could go the wind, you could go the mental, you could go fire or lightning, and it feels weird having them go anything else. But I don't know, I feel like there's some really interesting combinations you could go there. Like, you wouldn't get the, like, however much chance to deal an extra hit with, like, the Windrunner, but I feel like if you went, like, tier 1 of the Mind path, and then tier 2 with the Windrunner, so that you have healing on every hit, and the fact that you ignore some of their defenses, and the fact that you can just deal so much damage, like, I feel like that would actually work out decently well. Because, I mean, the heck, just being able to heal on every hit is just good in general. That's not going to be contested, I feel. But I don't know much about the fire or lightning ones. I know Iris was lightning, but Iris just ended up being so disappointing in the end. As for everyone else, though, outside of that, I don't know what else I would make Irving. I mean, I very easily could make Irving, like, the tank one with the shield and everything. But that's also what I would have made, just because Helena was actually, like, if I had built up Helena, I feel like she would have been an absolutely ridiculous tank. Maiev, I can't imagine her being anything else. Alden, I feel like I would might try him as a magician, and then into illusionist, I think is what it is. Just for the fact of Dex, because that's what I was seeing, at least with the enemies. Is the magicians specifically were like, in the few times that I fought them, were extremely dexterous. And it's just... I'm gonna keep talking, I'm gonna need to plug in my watch. And, well, it's not bad. I don't know. I don't know their abilities very well offhand. I would have to look into them. Liberty, I have no... Like, because clearly she's built to either, like, just be a tankier than average regular mage, or just be the tankiest, like, magic user you could possibly have. And I don't know which I would prefer. I don't know if doubling down, because I think that they're only good with physical defense. Which is cute, by the way. I like the flavor text with that. Something about, the best way to protect the mage is basically to put him inside of a tin can. Something of that sort. It was very funny. I know that there's a lot of units I didn't really get a chance to use. Alexa was good, but kind of fell off towards the end. I'm a little sad I didn't really use Sloan, but I don't know, it feels weird. The fact that you change, like, a magic user to, you know, like, fire, lightning, or just arcane in general. And I don't know, I was having a real tough time just in general with fire and lightning. That might have been why I was having such trouble with, you know, the fire and lightning aspects with Orima and Iris. Rose was also falling off a bit at the end, but I mean, she was doing pretty decent with just one-shot damage. Can't imagine it. I don't know. The Witch Hunter is nice, and like for sure, like Sophia was really good with that. I don't know why I'm kind of. Well, actually, no, I do know why. Just because of Sophia's, you know, affinity with an animal. I'm glad I can still see butter in there as well. The story was fine. I think it got a little better at the end. But, like, that whole scene with... Excuse me. Jeez. That whole scene with Sterling, where, you know, where Sterling died, I would hope that, you know, that's not a spoiler at this point. I don't feel like that was deserved at all. Like, okay, this is basically how it happened. We show that you have an appreciation for Sterling. Sterling goes ahead and leaves us with Lincoln and Bianca. I am really bad with names just in general. And he goes to the castle ahead of us. We talk to him a little bit, I think, when we get there. And then we basically don't see him again until we flee the country, basically. We do a few missions, and, like, I think it's, like, roughly the halfway point, maybe a little past it. We find him with... What's his name? The Big Bad. We find him with in the battlefield with the Big Bad. We don't... Well, first off, I just didn't like that in general, because freaking... They're, like... going back and forth between saying, oh, you know, like... You know, these are our people, like, we will only fight them if they fight us, and then just everyone's an enemy, and there's no dialogue with it whatsoever. Like... I just didn't like that battle in general. I think it could have been handled better if you wanted to go for something like that. But that's besides the point. You get to the end, and Sterling and Irving go in and do whatever to the mage. Big explosion happens. Suddenly Sterling is dying. And... I don't know. It didn't feel deserved at all. We got one cutscene. Got one cutscene of Sterling just being like, oh, kind of suspicious because he sees our party leaving, like, this big battle that happened in Red Hill, I think it was. And... other than that part, I didn't have a huge issue with any of the story. It was fine. It was somewhat interesting for the most part. But that one part was just... I didn't like it at all. I thought it was very poorly done, if you ask me. overall, I guess I won't say it's a bad game. I enjoyed myself playing it. It's Fire Emblem. It's the kind of game that Fire Emblem is, and I mean, it was definitely fun. I enjoyed a lot of the characters. Sophia is adorable. Sia is hilarious. I wish I had used Garrick, honestly. I think Garrick's sarcasm and aloofness is just really funny. Bianca was fine. Iris, I just feel bad for. I just enjoy a lot of the characters. Just in general. The only one, like, I laugh at Faust. I think he's kind of funny. But why is Faust here? They put no effort into just shoving him into the story. Would I recommend it? If you really want something that's Fire Emblem but not, I mean, it's good. It's good enough. I would probably recommend it. But with the addition of it's good, but don't like expect it to be a great game, because it's really not. How long are these credits gonna go? I've been I feel like I've been rambling forever. That's basically all of my thoughts that I can think of right now. Ooh. Oh. Let's hope that this doesn't take too long. If it takes too long, I'll cut it out from here. Okay, there we go. Okay, it wasn't too much longer. Oh, that's it? Oh. Okay. I guess that was Dark Deity. I hope that if anyone does watch it, that they enjoyed it. Kinda sad to see it go, but maybe we'll try something a little bit better than this, at least if you ask me. So, I'll see you then.